Hello and welcome to Ode to Games, episode 225. I'm Kevin Valine, joined alongside Logan Plant. How you doing, Logan?
225, big number. Excited to be here.
Big number.
It's a big number every week now.
Big. It's getting bigger.
It is a big
We're
number.
also joined by Zach Ross. How you doing, Zach?
I'm doing good. I love me a big number. 225.
Now, Zach hasn't been on here for 225 episodes, but
I've been on here for most of them.
Besides
the
that
vast
4 or
majority.
5 month gap where you were gone.
That's not that many shows.
Yeah, the numbers keep going up. Let's get into this week's show, and we really don't have a whole lot of news to talk about. We're having to record this a little bit earlier than we normally record, so maybe there's going to be some stuff breaking that we don't get to this week, but just a couple of small things to talk about. So Nintendo has their rewards program with gold points, where if you buy something on the eShop, you get some gold points back. They kind of negate taxes depending on where you live. For other places, it's just some extra free money. And it sounds like PlayStation may do something similar. So we've got the PlayStation Stars loyalty program. So there's a couple of different things going on here. One of the things that people have latched onto is that if you're the first in your region to get a platinum trophy, then you get some sort of special reward. We've got digital collectibles, which when I hear that, I think of NFTs. And I hate that. But if there's no monetary, if there's no monetary number attached to it, then I don't see a big deal. You've got monthly check-in campaigns to get rewards in certain games. Just this reward program, which I enjoy Nintendo's. It's very simple. This looks like it's a little bit more in depth with a bunch of different things going on, but I appreciate being able to get money to spend on the shop. What are your guys' thoughts on PlayStation Stars? We don't have a release date yet, coming out sometime, but what are your guys' thoughts?
I have been
Zach?
loyal to PlayStation for my entire dang life, and I have never gotten anything for it. So it's about time, in my opinion. I need to be rewarded for being so loyal to PlayStation. But I don't know how I feel about just solely digital rewards. In Nintendo, you can use your points to make physical purchases, right? Like the DS cases that they used to have. I've never really looked into it.
There's not nearly as many as there used to be. It's mostly leans digital now too, but there are a few options, but not
so for
many.
PlayStation, you can redeem it for PSN wallet funds and PlayStation Store products, select PlayStation Store products. So
I can
maybe
stuff.
Yeah. Depends on how wide of a selection there is, but But Zach, are you gonna be utilizing this? Are you gonna do monthly check-ins?
No. No. Maybe if it's easy. If it's not streamlined, I'm probably not going to go out of my way to do it. But if there's like an icon on PlayStation that I can just once a month go to, check in, like the PS Plus little menu that they have, that would make me more inclined to go in and do it.
Logan, what do you think about this?
I think it's weird there's no release date. They're just like, here it is. All right, more to come. It's like PlayStation's doing this a lot. Like PSVR 2 is like this. Just a lot of things like it's coming eventually. We'll know more later. Yeah, it's fine. Shows you what kind of week it is when this is the thing, our lead story for the show. It is a dead week out there in this post-event season landscape. But yeah, this is cool. There's also going to be like some specific missions. I was seeing some pictures online. Like one of them is you get points for being the first to platinum a game. I'm like, that will never be me. Like,
nope.
Yeah,
it's going to be like press that gets the game like a month early. They're going to be the first ones to platinum it, like 90% of the time.
Yeah, it remains to be seen how exactly that's going to work, because you have some reports out there that it's based on region, because some people are just possibly going to get it earlier depending on, where they live. And then, are they just going to lock certain accounts behind it that get it pre-release? I don't know.
The digital collectibles are interesting too, because it's like I think about like Smash Brothers, where you could collect the trophies within the game, but that was like through gameplay, so it's just kind of like a fun little reward through gameplay. I'm not sure what the draw is on a digital collectible through points here. I guess on Nintendo you can customize your profile picture with icons that you purchase with these points that you earn. I just customized mine, and so did Zach. We overhauled our icons after 5 years of mine being the same. It's now different. And I spent a couple of the points that I earned through my Nintendo to do that. So that's a cool way to do it. Or maybe just like avatar icons in general. But if it's just like a 3D model of like Nathan Drake that you have to go to a separate menu to view. I'm like, I don't personally see the value in that or see who's going to really jump all over that. But reward services always get better over time generally. So if this is their start, I'm curious to see where it goes once it's actually out and then through the future of it.
It'd be interesting if they could do icons or even maybe like, backgrounds or something like that. Would be cool.
Which don't exist on the PS5 because it's just the game, the icon that you're on, or advertisements.
Cool to have that back.
Can I get rid of the ads? Can I be loyal enough where you don't show me ads every time I turn on my PlayStation?
Well, at the very least, I have gone in and removed certain games from the recommended things, because if there's a game that you have in your library and it's physically active with new content. So, for example, I have GTA 5, like I have played it and it is in my history, and it's showing me all of this stuff for GTA Online because that game is very active with new content, but I don't play GTA anymore. So I just turned off the notifications for that game specifically.
Why do you turn them off for everything?
I don't know. Maybe there's a way to do that. Maybe not, because they don't want you to do that. Yeah. But I know that at the very least, you can tailor it to specific games if you want. At least that kind of like home explore section or whatever it is that it always drops you on. Yeah, we'll learn more about this, as Sony says, in the future. Meaning, who knows? And then our last bit of news before Rumor Roundup. This is another small piece of news, but one that makes me a little bit sad. Bear and Breakfast has been delayed on Switch. So the developers came out and said that they weren't satisfied with how it felt to play on controller. And that was one thing that I was honestly kind of curious about. With these types of games, with management style games like this, you wonder if it, if it's more tailored to, PC, mouse, and keyboard. And maybe they kind of felt that way too, how it was shaping up, and they wanted to give it some more time. Sucks that it's not going to be coming out on Switch right away, because that's where I wanted to play it. But I would rather have it be delayed on Switch rather than get it and it feels like a really poorly ported over PC game that is not properly mapped for controller. It doesn't feel right.
And they said it's going to be a short delay. They said it's going to be what? Yeah. Was it the next couple months? At the most that this thing was going to be
sometime within the next couple of months at most.
Yeah. So
yeah. Button mapping doesn't seem like a very hard thing to update.
We'll be busy with Live Alive this next week anyway.
Exactly.
So yeah, we will. So
some of us,
if you really want to play Bear and Breakfast, that's still going to be coming out on PC on July 28th on Steam. But if you're waiting for the Switch version, you'll have to wait a little bit longer, but hopefully that'll mean that you get the best possible console experience, which is always what you want. And that's it. that's it for
so much news
this week. Not a whole lot. What do we got for Rumor Roundup? Anything juicy this week, Logan?
Very juicy. Sonic Frontiers will apparently take the series' narrative to new heights, according to the most recent interview with Game Informer. So excited about this. Ian Flynn, as I've been saying for a few months now, taken over the writing for this game. He's the writer on the Archie comics and the IDW comics. He's fantastic at writing Sonic. And here is some quotes from Sonic Team talking about Ian Flynn. Ian has been working as a comic writer for a long time, so I was very familiar with his work. But after reading the comics, I was even more impressed with his talent. That's why I wanted to ask him to work on the story for the game as well. He knows the characters well, so he brought a great improvement to the characters' emotions and dialogue. Flynn himself says, I'm a career Sonic nerd, so I wanted to weave some of the series' legacy into the story. I wanted to advance the characters' personal stories, even if just by a little bit. I also wanted to bring some interconnectivity to the previous games. There isn't anything that will be too dense for new fans to wade through, but just enough for long-term fans to appreciate. And it's also interesting is this is like the first time ever for a Sonic game where the story is being written in English and then translated into Japanese rather than the other way around. So I find that very interesting, that what we are seeing is what the writer of the game actually wrote. So it will be adjusted to appeal to the Japanese market, saying that the understanding of Sonic in Japan is different from the West, so we needed to make some adjustments for our audience. But basically, I read all this quotes just to tell you guys, this is the first time ever I've been actively excited for the story in a Sonic game. Just knowing the pedigree of the writer and these quotes here, I think it's going to be good. Usually the story is pretty laughable. It could actually be something here, just based on what I know of Ian Flynn's work. So I'm just very excited about that.
Yeah, you expect the least from Sonic stories. And in the case of Sonic Forces, you expect nothing and somehow get even less than what you expected. There, most of the time, either best case scenario, it's kind of just there and doesn't really do anything. Worst case, it's actively annoying. So
yeah,
I'd be looking forward to an actually well told story.
Yeah,
one of the firsts for Sonic in video game form.
hopefully.
And the writing for Sonic since the Sonic Colors era began has, like, Sonic specifically, has really bothered me. Not Roger Craig Smith's voice acting, but just the lines he's had to read just bugged me in all of his games. It's like, oh, they're just too corny, too many dad jokes, like too far in that direction. So I'm excited to see maybe a swing back in a different direction for the writing in this game.
Wonder how he writes Dead Amy.
Pretty easily, no dialogue.
Yeah. Yeah, could be good. This game could be good. This game
very well
could be good.
Where's that release date?
Where is the date?
It's not coming.
Yeah.
I mean, we got a Bayonetta release date last week, and that comes out in October. So if you go for, like, if it's coming out in November or even into December or something, if they're trying to hit this winter, you know, they still have a little bit of time.
Which, by the way, the collector's edition is coming out in the US.
I saw that
just a little bit after our show that we recorded last week.
Thank goodness. Nintendo of America sometimes gyps us on all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
But man, after everything that's gone on with this game, especially with its rollout, if Sonic Frontiers is actually good, that'd be incredible.
It would be incredible.
Is that
That's it? That's Rumor
Oh my
Roundup.
god.
We're flying.
We're
flying through this show.
Blasting through. Let's
a
end
little
it
bit
there.
different than our normal super long shows.
Short and sweet.
All right, let's get into our ode to for this week. It doesn't have anything to do with the news this week. Idea courtesy of Logan. We haven't done Desert Island games, or just games that you could, the last 5 games that you would pick to play forever. So we've each come up with a list of
or until
5
you die of
Desert Island
dehydration
games
and starvation on this
Hey, if
desert
you've got
island.
internet and, you know, working game consoles,
You got a refrigerator.
Probably have water,
full of Mountain
right?
Dew.
Oh yeah. You can never play any new games.
So this is just more of the idea of if you only have 5 games, you couldn't buy any more games ever. What would you pick? So this will be a little bit different, more focused on maybe multiplayer or how long a game's runtime is, how long you could play it for. So we've each come up with a list of 5 titles that we would bring to a desert island to play forever. Zach, what have you got for your library of 5 games?
To run through all 5.
Let's go.
All right. First one up, not a surprise to anybody. It's Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak.
Nice.
So that is transcended Monster Hunter World and
Yeah. I was debating which to pick between the two, and I landed on Sunbreak because not only is there still a lot of stuff that I haven't done, unlike in Iceborne, we did a lot of the stuff. It's just content rich and very, very fun, and I love it a lot. And I think that after all the updates are finished, it has the high potential of being my favorite Monster Hunter so far. So that's
and if this started right now, you would still get all the free updates, so you'd get some new content on your desert island.
Exactly.
We do. We still have internet access.
a bunch of variant monsters.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then at number 2, I've got Fall Guys, which if Logan hasn't put it on his list, then it'll be a very lonely Fall Guys experience.
You can play with all the other people. You just don't know them. With all these
What if the
weird
game
names.
dies and then it's just me playing it? Maybe I didn't think this one through.
Yeah. Online games are hard to pick for that reason.
Yeah, but for as long as the
Online-only
game is
games.
alive, I will be enjoying it because I love Fall Guys and I want to see it to its death.
Yeah.
And you also get the new updates.
And the new
New
updates.
Content.
Always new content. And then at number 3, I have Genshin Impact. Speaking of content.
Wow,
rich,
Genshin. It's been a while since you've talked about that.
I know, but I'm like 300 hours deep into this game, and there's still just constant updates, and I don't think they're even half done with the story in this game update-wise. They've got like years mapped out of content that they're planning to add to this game, so this would keep me going for a very long time. And it's also got a lot of grind potential, story stuff. There's endless amounts of crap that you can do in this game, which is why I chose it over Minecraft. I had Minecraft there, but I decided to go Genshin Impact because I figured playing Minecraft would be too much like living on a deserted island. It's just too similar to my everyday life.
Yeah, no escape.
Exactly. I need a game to escape.
Mm-hmm.
And then at number 4, this was a interesting pick because it's not very long, but it is Uncharted 4, which is my favorite game of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, it's not a very long game, but I can't imagine my life where I never have the opportunity to play this game again. I replay it all the time, at least once a year. So I just couldn't not play this game over and over again. I would be just too upset. I would think about it. Every time I picked up a different game, I would just be thinking about Uncharted 4. So I had to bring it to the island just so I could play it on Crushing. I get down to the beach.
There you go. You can extend the game's runtime by just playing it on Crushing.
And I'll play the multiplayer. It's got a very lively multiplayer.
I was gonna make a joke about that. Yeah.
Yep. And then my last pick out of my 5 is Pokemon Soul Silver.
Ooh, nice.
Okay.
I was debating which Pokemon to pick. I was debating between Soul Silver or Black and White. The reason I was thinking about Black and White is because it would be more time consuming to collect them all than Soul Silver would be. Plus, still enjoying the game. Anything past Black and White would just be less enjoyable, diminishing returns to amount of content. So, but I ultimately decided to go with Pokemon Soul Silver because I just enjoy that game so much more, and it's still got a good amount of. I think it's 4 just 4 generations worth of Pokemon that you can collect. 4, yeah.
And two regions.
2 regions. That's the
and 2 whole regions.
16 badges. So 2 Elite Fours.
Yeah, I think just based on content and nostalgia and amounts that I love this game, Pokemon Soul Silver would be the pick for me. And I'm obviously taking a Pokemon game because it's Pokemon, and that's such a huge part of my gaming experience in life that it deserves a place on my little deserted island retreat.
Hellscape.
Hellscape. I don't really understand this scenario. Am I
was that your last one?
Or... Yes, that was my 5.
Some good picks.
Thank you.
Pokemon,
Fall Guys, Genshin Impact, Uncharted 4, Monster Hunter Rise.
Logan, what do you got for your 5?
It's so hard. I have 11 games written down.
No, nope.
You
don't
not,
get to say all 11. You just have to say 5.
Have you not narrowed it down?
I will pick my 5 live here, and then I'm going to read the other ones that were candidates faster than I go
Forces.
through them. Sonic Forces is not my favorite. No, it is not. Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak.
Let's go. You and me.
I did pick Sunbreak. I currently think that it has huge potential to probably be better than World, and it's still getting new content. So I would pick that to have that out there for sure. Just an ongoing game. I would become a god at all 14 weapons, have ultimate end game builds for all 14 weapons, start new files, do it all. I would
MR 999, a seemingly impossible task.
I feel like Elden Ring's one you could have picked for this.
I thought about it,
yeah,
but I've already. I don't know. I haven't thought about it much since I beat it 5 times.
Nah,
that's a statement.
Super
Smash Bros. Ultimate, endlessly replayable, favorite game of all time.
Of course.
Yeah. Put 600 hours into it, not stopping soon. So that has to be on there. Super Monkey Ball 2.
Choice.
Just speed run the game, get all the strats, play the mini games. Like, there's a lot to do in this game. It's one of my favorites. Very replayable. It keeps great track of time trials, so you can just always work to improve your time. It'd be a fun one to just bust out and play. Now I'm down to elimination time. For my 4th pick, I will say I'm debating between Minecraft and Mario Kart. I can't decide. I can't decide between these 2.
That's a hard one. You gotta.
I think that I will go. Monster Hunter kind of serves as the endless game. I think I'll go with Mario Kart. I think that it's going to have 96 tracks by the time it's all done. Still play online with friends and family all the time. I love how Mario Kart 8 plays, so I will go with that. And then I'm cheating with my 5th one. Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild 2. It's not out yet, but when it comes out, I'm getting it.
A lot of stock in that.
Yep. Could be bad. We don't know.
Getting it when it comes out. If they're sending me tomorrow, that's the one game that's not out that I have to play. Sorry, Sonic Frontiers. Sorry, some of these other things I'm excited for. That's the one game I need to play. And I almost I originally had Breath of the Wild on here just because there's so many, like we talk about whenever we bring this game up, people are still discovering new things seemingly every week. So if I just live in this game, I'm sure to discover some new stuff. And I was like, wait, I'll just do it in the sequel. I'll just play the sequel. So that's my 5th. Other ones I considered: Minecraft, Rock Band 4, which has like thousands of songs through DLC. But I figured if I'm alone on this island, it wouldn't be that fun.
No.
Yeah. Super Mario Maker, just make endless levels and then play them. Splatoon, I considered because I love that game, but picked the other multiplayer ones over it. Final Fantasy 14 and F-Zero GX, but I picked Monkey Ball kind of to fill that hole instead of F-Zero.
That's a good pick. Monkey Ball.
Those are the 5: Mario Kart, Smash, Monster Hunter, Monkey Ball, and a game that's not out yet.
Putting a lot of stock in that one. As for me, I've got games from a bunch of different genres. First off, Stardew Valley. Gotta have it. I put in over 350 hours across PC and Switch. Gotta have a farming game in there. It gives you kind of that social aspect as well. That's not necessarily online, but kind of like living in a community that that is nice to have. I was thinking about Animal Crossing, but as Logan pointed out to me, Stardew, when I only have 5 games to pick, Stardew can kind of fill that void as well.
And in the new Animal Crossing, you live on a desert, like an island.
Yeah,
don't you?
I would not go for the for that one. That would be a little bit too real.
It was an escape back when it came out, but in this
not in this
situation, it's all too real.
It's just your current situation. So yeah, I had to have Stardew Valley on there. Yakuza 0, not just for the main game, although that is a big reason why.
Oh yeah,
because that is a game that has a lot of content, a lot of side stuff,
the lengthier
really good
main stories for a Yakuza game.
Yeah. But then you've got all of the other side stuff. You have side games to do. You have arcade games to go and play. You have 2 whole areas of Japan to explore. I think that, if I had more time, I could put in a bunch more hours into Yakuza 0, but there's so many other games to come out. If I only had 5 to pick, I could truly do everything. I could learn how to play all the gambling games that they have in there that I do not care to do right now.
Mahjong. You could learn Mahjong.
Yeah. Yeah, there's just so much to do in those games, and I think Yakuza 0 is the best one of the bunch, so I would go with that one. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, that serves as the racing game for me. I had a hard time between that or Burnout 3. If Mario Kart 8 Deluxe did not have an online mode, I probably would have gone with Burnout, but because Mario Kart 8 Deluxe still has robust online services that I could play with friends, and it's getting new content, I kind of had to go for it. I just need a racing game in my life, and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is the best Mario Kart out there. So
I didn't have a racing game. I'm gonna be racing game
Fall Guys
deprived for the rest of my.
Ish. It has.
He got me.
He
got me.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
For my open world game, I went with Saints Row 2. Seen that or GTA 5, and I think I just like the world of Saints Row 2 more. And I think that its side content and random mini games that you do are a lot more enjoyable than GTA 5's is.
I'm gonna choose GTA 6, even though it's not out yet.
Nice.
Will it be out by the time you're still alive? Who knows?
In like 6 years, you'll get a brand new game, and it'll be the best day ever.
Wow, that'd be a big deal. And then my last one, a Persona 5 Royal. I haven't even finished this one, but I finished Persona 5. Have it for the JRPG and have it for just the absolute ridiculous length that you have in Persona 5 Royal. And it's relatively replayable because you can't, unless you know everything, it's kind of hard to do everything in one playthrough. There's different people to romance. There's different skills that you can upgrade that maybe you don't have the max amount of time to do to get all of them maxed out in one playthrough. So if you get 2 playthroughs out of it, there's, 300 hours right there to play. And it's just a fantastic game. So that fills my JRPG spot. And those are my 5: Stardew, Yakuza 0, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Saints Row 2, and Persona 5 Royal.
What a group of Kevin games there.
No Minecraft. I'm surprised.
I debated Minecraft.
Me too.
But I also felt that it's not the same as Stardew Valley, of course, but I kind of felt like it served the same purpose. Whereas I picked games here that kind of served a bunch of different purposes, whether it's, farming, JRPG, open world, racing. I kind of wanted something from different genres so that things don't get too stale.
And let's be clear, if this situation happens, you're not spending much of your time playing games anymore.
I gotta be catching fish,
building a fire, other hobbies, and surviving.
Shaking the trees for coconuts.
Yep.
But hey, you need some downtime at the end of the day.
Yeah.
I didn't put it on my list, but I looked up survival simulators and apparently there's this app
a lot
on iOS that's like a survival simulator game. That one was highly considered for me, but I decided not to do it.
That would be all too real.
Yep.
I don't need a reminder of what I'm dealing with.
I just need tutorials on how to start fires and catch fish.
I thought about you have internet though. You can just look that up.
Do I have a cell phone?
Yeah.
Laptop?
Yeah, sure.
Can I use
Do
my PS5
our console?
web
Do our
browser?
consoles have browsers? Yeah.
I also thought about Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition because doesn't the completionist have that video where it takes like 1,000 hours to do everything in
like
that game?
Yeah. But at what
So
point is that purely not fun anymore?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I got my whole life to get through it. I could play an hour a month and not do it and not get it done.
Oh,
that's scary to think about.
Yeah.
So there you have it. Definitive 15 games that you should consider if you're just stranded on a deserted island and you have the internet, but don't care enough to try and get someone to come and help you out.
No, it's a weird situation.
Just want to play games instead. I think this is the quickest we've ever gotten to what we've been playing. The segment. Zach, you want to wrap this thing up with what we've been playing?
All right. Well, we'll try and take our time through what we've been playing. We will not. Okay, that's fine too. All right, I'll go last since I think I've got the most to say. We'll start with Logan. What have you been playing other than Sunbreak or
Nothing?
Just Sunbreak?
It is just Monster Hunter. I'm like 40 hours into this thing. Oh
so
man!
Good. Oh my god!
Think
so
about
good.
it all the time. Got
Me
a new
too.
build. Still playing my new weapon. But we're getting to that point in this game where it's like nothing new to say. It's just fantastic. It's just amazing. Excited for that new content drop. But yeah, the end game in Rise was not good. The end game in Iceborne, we even had some issues with the guiding lands thing. The end game here, I love. I really love just the flow of it and how it's working out. So yeah, it's outstanding. And I have to tear myself away to beat some other things. I need to do it, but I can't. Like Live Alive,
got a big game coming out.
Emblem.
Yeah.
Pokemon, I still need to go back and finish. But yeah, so game-wise, I've just been playing Sunbreak and just watching a ton of baseball. Has been taking up a lot of my free time as well. And then I got a nice Facebook Marketplace deal, though.
Let's hear about it.
It is not a game. It is a amiibo that I found on Facebook. It is the Pikmin amiibo that launched alongside Hey Pikmin.
Did it come separately, or was it?
It did come separately. There it is.
Oh,
there it is.
yeah.
It's a bunch of Pikmin lounging on a rock.
Very
it's a cute one.
Have you not picked up the real version yet?
Do
you have the real one with you?
No, it's being shipped. It's being
shipped.
It's a Facebook Marketplace.
I thought you picked it up. Yeah.
Yep, shipped from Facebook Marketplace. So I don't have it yet. And yeah, it has all types of Pikmin, the rock Pikmin, the flying Pikmin, and then the main three, and it's super cute. This thing was one I wanted to pick up at launch, but it was nowhere when it came out. And I was like, all right, I guess I'm never getting this. It now sells on eBay for between $90 and $150. And I got it on Facebook for $35. So it was a pretty screaming deal.
That's
I'm
a good deal.
about it.
That is a great deal.
Amiibo deals are few and far between these days, so I feel pretty excited whenever I come across one.
Lucky.
Yeah, they're not really making a whole lot of them, so they're not really in the news anymore.
And the Malzeno amiibo still doesn't have any word on if it's
never
coming to
seen
North
it
America.
Anywhere.
It was only a part of the collector's edition.
Yep.
Which sucks. So if you see any, Kevin, I will.
Oh, did they come out separately in Japan?
They're in Japan. Yeah, they're in Japan.
Send us.
Let me know what it looks like. I don't know what Monster Hunter stuff looks
dragon.
like. I see some amiibos. I see some Monster Hunter amiibos from time to time. I don't know what's what.
I'll send you a pic. If you see them, I don't think they're going to come here, and that's one that Zach and I both want to add to our respect.
I'll take the Sunbreak, Palico, and Palamute too if you find them.
You want all three?
Are they hard to find over there too? I see those.
They're not here. They're not.
They don't exist.
No, there's a new Palico and Palamute that came out with Sunbreak.
I've got the old ones. They're right there.
Oh,
there's
I don't
new
know if
ones.
I've seen those, but
yeah.
Yep. But that's it for me.
Kevin,
all right,
Stardew?
me. It's the same things. Still working on. It's starting to become a little bit more of a grind on Stardew. I have to craft every item and like talk to everybody. So it's at the start of the week, it's just give everyone gifts that they love and then wait for them to give me recipes for cooking items and crafting recipes. So yeah, we're getting there. I'm getting pretty close. And I think I have to play to the end of year 3 for kind of like a final thing that I haven't seen yet. And I'm in fall of year 3. So we're getting close to that. And then more Legends Arceus. I played for another couple hours and there's still a lot to do. Of course, I've got a bunch of Pokemon still to catch. There were areas in all of these respective areas of the region that I hadn't gone to, and they're still giving you relatively big new quest after the credits roll. So there's still a lot more to do, and I'm going to keep on playing it. With Live Alive coming out next week, it may go onto the back burner more, but I'm having a good time with it, even after the main story has wrapped, at least this first part of it anyways. So yeah, that's been about it for me.
Well, for me, I finally beat Final Fantasy VII Remake / given up entirely on Final Fantasy VII, the original.
Nice.
Which this is good timing because the Final Fantasy VII Remake that I have is the PS Plus version, and it doesn't come with the intermission, which is the PS5 Yuffie like mini episode sequel.
Did you borrow that from Logan?
A year after. Or the original game or the intergrade?
Oh, you have the original game, which you haven't upgraded to intergrade.
Yeah, the original game was on PS Plus collection. It just doesn't come with intermission, but it has the PS5 upgrade, so you can play the PS5 version of the game, but you can't play intermission until tomorrow because intergrade is coming to PS Plus tomorrow. So I will be able to download the.
Wow, so I'm just an idiot.
Yep.
Oh wait, is this the bigger? Is this just PS Plus?
I think it's
the higher tier,
extra tier.
Okay, never mind.
It's the middle tier.
I'm not an idiot. I don't have that available,
so I will be able to play that. I was gonna buy it too, so I'm glad I saw this.
Nice,
because now I won't have to do it. Hopefully, I have enough time to beat it before Live Alive comes out. It's not particularly long, but hey, maybe I'll get addicted to Fort Condor. Who knows?
Maybe.
It was fun from what I played. PS Plus having some good games. The new Crash Bandicoot was on there as well, which I want to play at some point.
I added that to my library.
That's on the basic tier.
Stray.
But yeah, and Stray is on the higher tiers.
Yep. Don't think I'm going to play Stray.
You have the service.
No, thank you.
People like it.
And then other than that, I started Outer Wilds, which is a game I knew very little about until recently. My friend played it, loved it, convinced me to play it. I downloaded it free on Game Pass. It's also free on PS Plus collection, so I could have played it on either. I just decided to play it on Game Pass because I haven't busted out my Xbox in a while. And I started it, and I'm a few hours in, and I'm loving it a lot. It's a space game, and I don't typically like space games, but this one is very unique. It's a time loop game that resets every 22 to 25-ish real-world minutes, and you just explore space in your little spaceship. You start on your home world every loop. You go in your spaceship, and you explore a solar system that has a bunch of different planets you can explore, and you're just piecing together this mystery of an ancient civilization that went extinct, and you're trying to figure out what happened and why you're time looping and how to stop the sun from supernovaing every 22 minutes. And it's a lot of fun. It's got great chill vibes. Like the acoustic music on the home world that starts every time you restart the loop is very calming. But it also, some of these planets have very eerie and like creepy vibes. So it pulls off all of that stuff really well.
Cool.
So I'm liking it a lot. I would highly recommend it. I think my friend said it took him like 20-ish hours. So I think there's still a lot of mystery left to solve. Yeah, but it's been a lot of fun so far. That's going to be one of my side games while I'm playing Live Alive, probably.
Yeah, I've heard good things about it. I've thought about picking it up at some point, but I've just had so much other stuff to play. But people do like it a lot. Yeah,
that's it for me. Other than Sunbreak, of course.
Yeah, of course.
Of course.
Yeah, when we're here next week, it's going to be Live Alive talk.
Ooh.
Yeah, big show.
And we're all playing it, which is
probably
a first in a long time that all of us are. What, Logan or Zach, are you not playing it? You're not going to be playing it?
Who knows? I'm a wild card.
Zach, you better be playing it. We've hyped it up.
Oh, woohoo.
All right. Any final thoughts before we wrap up this uncharacteristically short episode of Ode Games?
No, I have no words.
We are done.
Shortage of words this week.
Shortage of words.
Besides, Zach should play Odyssey. There you go. There we go.
I can't. There's too
we were talking about
stuff.
that last week. So Outer Wilds was kind of like the side thing. And then you have Odyssey and Spiritfarer, which...
Well, now I'm going to play the intermission leading into Live Alive, and then I'll play Red Dead Redemption 2.
I saw that you put on GG that you're playing that again?
I started it. I played like an hour. I didn't get further than I had before, but maybe who knows?
Nice.
You won't.
Keep going. Push through.
I
bought you that game. Too. I'm on board for Red Dead now. Push through. You can do it. I believe in you.
It's a short game, right? There's not a whole lot of content in there.
There's quite a bit of content I've heard.
I'll look forward to next week when Zach will not play Live Alive because he's too busy playing Red Dead.
That'd be crazy.
If it finally gets its hooks into you. All right, that's going to do it for us on this week's episode of Ode to Games. We're here Thursdays, Fridays, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, other podcast streaming services that you may use. We're on YouTube at Ode to Games. We're on Twitter as well at Ode to Games. You can send an email to odegamescast@gmail.com. For Logan and Zach, I'm Kevin. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll catch you next week.